Hello everyone. Today I'll talk about still life painting ideas, techniques and tips. Still life painting is a work of art that depicts mostly inanimate subject matter. These are objects that are chosen for a specific reason and arranged in a certain way. Mostly these are commonplace objects which can be natural or man-made. Most of the time, still life were organized for their varieties in materials using contrast and variety in forms and textures, yet keeping unity in the composition from the artist's choice of color or value used. Setting up a still life. Composition is the arrangement or placement of objects. The composition is not just how the objects of still life are put together, but how you put them on your paper. How do you use the space on your paper? Negative space, the blank or empty space is just as important as the space that is drawn. Still life painting. It has its origin in the Middle Ages, and some date it to ancient Greek-Roman art. Prior to the 17th century, a great deal of religious and allegorical symbolism were tied to the subject within the painting. In contemporary art, it's more liberal and experimental. The key features, however, concerning the subject matter and the type of painting is that the artist has total and complete control, not like a landscape or a portrait. The elements within the still life are completely under the control of artist. 2. You can compose at will, set your lighting whichever way strikes your fantasy, place all forms of backgrounds into the picture and add subject matter that will create a world that will delight your audience. You can add a landscape background too. You can also have a secret meaning behind the elements and objects you select within your work. You can take a traditional approach, or you can explore new possibilities to convey a political or social statement. In classical realism, objects that are typically depicted are already very old, antique items of the generation or two behind us are that make good subject matter. The antique coffee grinder or book that is leather bound and has ornate trim work on its back. In contemporary art, plastic things, bottle of all sorts of color, toys and even a can of soap can all be used. What you depict within the still life can also tell a story. Many objects have some form of symbolism attached to it, as does the color scheme you utilize within the work. Before combining objects within personal or symbolic meaning, one must first work out a color scheme to evoke an emotion. Then introduce or include particular objects to reinforce the meaning. Complementary color. Colors directly opposite each other on the color wheel. For example, red and green. Analogous color. Color adjacent to each other on the color wheel, such as yellow and green. Tried color. Free hues equidistant from one another on the color wheel, forming a perfect triangle. For instance, violet, orange and green. Eye level. The eye level is one of the most important choices you will make when creating your composition. In high eye level, the viewer dominates the subject and sees more converging and angled line. A low eye level integrates the viewer with the subject and emphasizes horizontal line. Movement, unity, rhythm and focal point. A composition can imply shapes and lines that are not actually present, and different arrangements of shapes produce different effects. A triangle is a stable geometric structure, and composition such as these creates a sense of balance. Positioning object at the corners of the triangle momentarily stop the eye. You can select one object to be your focal point by rendering it more completely than the others. Decide if you want a closed composition or an open composition. Closed compositions have all elements completely contained in your composition. Open composition have elements extending outside the visual panel. Both of these can make good composition. It just depends on the look you are going for. So try them both out. Other approaches emphasize strong vertical, horizontal, diagonal or S-shaped line. Repeating these lines set up a visual rhythm. Balance your composition. Symmetrical balance is when the composition is even on the both sides. If you fold it in half, both sides would be equal. Symmetrical balance is more difficult because it must be precise or the eye will reject it. Asymmetrical balance is when one side dominates but balance is still achieved. Asymmetrical balance can be easier to arrange but still requires that you balance the elements of your still life with the negative space of the surrounding area. Rule for good composition: more on the bottom than top. Objects are not separated, they are overlap, touch and interact. Don't start at the bottom. Use the whole paper and figure out what is going to be the best placement of objects. Many artists try to incorporate a foreground, middle ground and background. This creates space within the scene. Rule of thirds. The composition is divided into thirds both vertically and horizontally. By placing your subject on one of the red spot, you will create more visual interest and force the viewer's eyes to move around the composition. Spinning setup. Now that you have the basic of setting up a still life composition covered, it's time to try it out for yourself. A great still life setup hack is to really see your subject from all angles. Arrange your objects and drapery on the board by rotating them. The setup, you can examine it from 360 degrees before deciding on the best composition. Today through this video I have tried to give a primary idea and covered some of the important qualities of still life painting. I will continue my discussion and I will try to give a complete idea about still life painting, which will be continued in my upcoming videos. Till then, bye and thank you.